Welcome to Beauty After Dark, where we discuss beauty and life's toughest of times. I'm your host, Crystal West, and today we have a very special guest, Brianna West. And
Hey.
she is here to share her journey from having breast cancer to now and where she is. But before we begin, I want to shout out our sponsors, Blooming Box, for this beautiful floral arrangement. And then 801 Fish has given you a gift card.
Aw.
So you are welcome to go and treat yourself. Yeah, girl. Oh, have you been?
No, I haven't been to 801 Fish. I've been to the
Okay.
other one though. I haven't been to 801 Fish.
It's so
Is it?
good. So yes, I hope you enjoy. And then also, so to start off, we're gonna do an icebreaker. So I'm gonna
Okay.
ask you, we're gonna play either or.
Okay.
Okay, so you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Beach vacation or city getaway?
Beach vacation.
I feel you. Dancing or singing?
Singing.
Okay.
But I don't know how to sing though, but you know how when you be in the shower you can hit the little
Yeah.
tune.
That's
It's
me,
me.
but I don't care. Like I would tell you I can't sing, but if my song come
Come
on,
on, I'm singing it. I wrote that song
correct. And I don't need no backup.
at all.
Okay. Okay, so early, early riser or night owl?
Night owl.
Really?
Yes, I'm a night owl.
What time you be going to bed, girl?
All different times. I'm a night owl, and it's crazy because I can sleep all day
Yeah.
and I can be up all night. Or if I wake up early, I still can be up. Like I'm not a
All
night,
night?
I'm not a nap person. I don't take naps. I could just be up.
Okay.
I could just be up. So I'm a night owl.
Okay. Definitely a
but
night
I be
owl.
up in the morning because I have to work and have things to do. But
But
I'm
if
a night owl.
you would still be a night owl, even if
I'm
okay.
a night owl.
Okay, and last but not least, big crowd or intimate setting?
Intimate setting.
I,
Intimate
Yeah,
setting.
yeah.
I like intimate settings.
Me too. And sometimes big crowds, it be like a bunch of different energies.
Yeah, and it just give anxiety. And
Yeah.
you walking by, you don't know to say, excuse me, move, or people mugging you, looking at you crazy, and you just
Yeah.
smiling, and they
Mhm.
like, what you smell? I'm happy.
Yes, I'm joyous. Like, why are you not smiling?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to it. So can you take us back to when you first learned about your diagnosis?
Okay, so I first learned about my diagnosis. It was in February of 2024.
Okay.
So if for you all that don't know, I had really large breasts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm double D's.
Okay.
And you know, as a woman, you always just kind of feel on yourself,
Mhm.
or you know, and that was kind of thing that I've always done.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular time, I had on a sports bra,
Mhm.
and I'm in the kitchen, and I'm mopping, and some just told me to go like this. Some just told me to feel on myself, so I did it, and I'm like, that feels weird. And so I was finna bypass it. I'm like, okay, this is probably nothing, and it just continued to dawn on me. So I called my sister and I'm telling her, and she was like, you know, oh, she's very positive. So she like, oh, it's probably nothing. I done had like a milk dug before and it was nothing. And, you know, so I'm like, okay, or whatever. And it just continued to dawn on me. So I called my mom. I'm like, I felt the lump in my breast, but I'm like, it's probably nothing. But let me come over there and show you. And I went over to my mom's house and she felt it. And she was like, yeah, baby, you need to make a doctor's appointment. Yeah,
So once you made the doctor's appointment, how did you go into that? Were you thinking like, oh, this probably still is nothing, or did fear come over you?
So fear hadn't came over me yet because of me talking to my sister, and she was saying how the same thing happened to her, and it was just like a milk dud. So fear haven't came over me, and breast cancer went over my head. That was never even a thought. And it was, my mom was like, you need to call and make a mammogram. So with mammograms, you can't get mammograms until you're 40.
Yeah.
So at the time I was 30 years old. So it's like, you can't get mammograms until you're 40. So when I called to my mom sent me these people, and I called to book an appointment to make a mammogram. So they was like, you gotta have a referral from an oncologist.
Oh, because you were underage.
Yeah, because I was underage, and I didn't have no history of breast cancer. So, you know, they had me do a referral. So they referred me to the doctors.
Okay.
So once they referred me to the doctors, I called, I made my appointments, and they got me right in. And we all know that when you make those type of appointments, it takes months, and they got me right in. And when they got me in, it's like when it's time to go back there, I have to do an ultrasound. So it's like, okay, I'm doing an ultrasound. So when I'm doing an ultrasound, the lady, she just click, 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 click. So I'm like, you see something,
right?
But her job, they can't tell if they see anything. So I'm watching her face like, so I'm just kind of trying to read the room, but I'm trying to be calm. And she just click, 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 click. So I'm like, okay. So in my head, I'm just instantly start praying like, okay, Lord, maybe it's just her job just to show around the area. And so after she did that, and I was like, did you see anything? And she was like, it's up for, the doctor to come and tell you. So I just felt like if you didn't see nothing, she would have been like, you okay.
Yeah.
So the oncologist came in. I met her, and it was like I had to go back to do like a biopsy and everything. And
wait, the same day?
The same day.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Everything, they had everything lined up for me like the same day. So I had to do the mammogram, the ultrasound, and I did a biopsy. And they had it all lined up for me to do it the same day. So that's how severe the breast cancer was, because it was like the oncologist, she was doing calls like, I need to give it Brianna West in immediately.
So wait, I'm sorry, I have a question. So they, at this time, they still not telling you nothing. They just literally doing all of this in front of you, and
they not telling me nothing.
Oh wow.
They not telling me nothing. So I'm like, I'm nervous now. I didn't got nervous because I'm like, y'all not telling me nothing. What's going on? So they was like, well, we want to run some more tests. We did see the knot that you see, but we want to make sure, it's not cancerous.
Okay.
So now that was the thing. So after the appointments, the next step was, on my chart, your results come back to your my chart.
Yeah.
So my oncologist was like, don't read your my chart. Don't read your my chart. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to read it. So the results came in. I didn't read them. I didn't read them.
Strong, because I would have been like, Mama, read this.
Yes, and it was like, I wanted to so bad, but it was just kind of like the fear. And I was like, when they put the results in, it be wording different kind of ways. So I didn't want to diagnose myself with something and it say I don't have it. So it was just, so when they when my chart came back, I didn't look it, and my appointment was like that previous week, and I went in, and when I went in, I talked to an oncologist, and that's when she let me know that I had breast cancer, stage 3.
Oh, it was stage 3.
It was stage 3.
So what type of emotions, what was going through when they said it? How did you process that?
It was hard. It was hard, and it was just like, are you sure? That's what it is, and it was just mind blowing because I didn't have any symptoms. Like all the symptoms they say that you will have to know that you have any type of cancer or breast cancer, I didn't have no symptoms.
So you were perfectly fine outside of just feeling that lump.
I was perfectly fine. And once she explained everything to me, my tumor was 10 centimeters over my whole left boob. It have grown over my whole left boob, and the part that I had felt, so the large tumor was underneath from here to here, but it has been growing so much. We don't know how long it's been growing because it was a hormonal breast cancer. So hormones control everything, what we eat. Our menstrual hormones control everything. So it's like we don't know when it came, how long I've had it, but we know it was growing.
Yeah.
So it was 10 centimeters over my whole left boob, and it started growing out, and that's how I felt the knot up here. So I had two tumors. I had a large one up under here, and I had a small one that started growing up here.
So how were you feeling? Like, were you still feeling like okay? Like, were you hurting?
I wasn't hurting. When I say no pain, no pain. And like I said, I have large breasts, so I always kind of feel on myself and everything. And I didn't have no pain, no symptoms, nothing. And they was just like, and I just thank God for me allowing myself to check on myself, because what if I would have just bypassed it or
and
never
like, girl,
known,
whatever, it ain't nothing. Yeah.
And it's stage 3. So yeah, I was terrified. I was terrified. So it was just like, now what do we do? So it's like the oncologist, she give me options of what I'm going to do. And it was like, if it was just, so now if it has spread it to my milk, so at this time of my surgery to get it removed, I got a double mastectomy. And if it hadn't spread to my milk duct, not my milk duct, I'm sorry, if it hadn't spread to my lymph node, I wouldn't have to do chemotherapy.
Oh.
So when I first found out about the cancer, when we sat down and she told me, gave me my options to do, it was the double mastectomy, implants, radiation. So that was the plan. Plan B, if it had spread it to my lymph nodes, then I'll have to do chemotherapy, radiation. So at the time when I got the biopsy, it hadn't spread it. So, I'm thinking like, okay, whatever you got to do. I was relieved, like, let's get this surgery, remove this tumor out of me, remove these breasts. I can knock down radiation. I was totally fine. And so now we back to this waiting game of going home and waiting for the results to come back. And my results came back, and I wasn't supposed to look at my chart. Yeah. But and this the thing. So from the time that I found out, I could not be alone. Like, I could not be alone.
So your sister, I'm assuming, what was your support system?
So my support, so at the time I was like at home. I was with my mom, and I had my daughter, and I had my guy. So I had let my guy know, like, this is what was going on. He's like, oh, babe, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. And but so this time I'm just staying at home, because it's like I need to be around people, but now I'm not. I'm like, need to be in my shell, in my bubble, because now I'm just strictly praying. Like, it's tunnel vision of me praying, because it's like I'm finna have a life-changing experience. Yeah. And I was sitting at home, and this time, like, I was having people, like my daughter was there, my mom was there, and they left. So I was at home by myself. This particular time I was at home by myself. And ding, my chart comes. Of course. And I get it. So I'm like, I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look. So I just sat there. I'm scrolling on TV. I'm bored. I look. And my daughter, she comes home. I didn't look until she got home. My daughter, she comes home, and it was like, okay, well, I'll be cool. I have some on her. And I looked, and it said it spread it to my lymph node. It spread it to my lymph node. And like I said, we don't know how to really read what they're saying. So it's just like, of course, but I just see lymph node, and it just like, I thought my life was over. And I thought it was over. And it's just like, my grandma had recently, some years ago, just passed from cancer. And it was like, I watched my grandma deteriorate in front of my eyes.
So those thoughts probably came back.
So those thoughts came in. It was like, because anybody, you hear cancer, you think of death.
Yeah. My immediate thought.
Yeah, your immediate thought, you think of death. So it's like, what am I gonna do? I'm like, I got this baby. I got, I got a business. I got so much goals and dreams that I still haven't achieved. Like, I know this is not what you have planned for me, God. Like, I know. And it was like, I went into a panic attack. Like, I fell. I was crying. I was like wheezing. I was losing it. And my daughter, she was like, Mom, it's okay. And so she had to call my mom. And my mom, she flies over there, and she's just trying to calm me down. And I'm just hollering and screaming, because it's just like, I have breast cancer. I'm 30. Yeah, I'm 30 years old with breast cancer. with a tumor that's 10 centimeters over my whole left boob, and then went under my armpit. So, and with the breast cancer can spread to your bones, and it travels. So, and this once it get to the stage 4, mind you, I'm at stage 3, so it's like, how long it's gonna take for me to get to stage 4? What if I wake up tomorrow? Yeah, what if I wake up tomorrow and it spread? So it just was like so many emotions. It was hard.
So how did you break the news to like your mom, your guy, that it spread? Like once you seen the mantra, I know she raced over there. How was it like telling her and your guy?
So I told her right then and there when she came over. I told her, she was like, "You wasn't supposed to look at your mantra," and I was like, "You weren't supposed to leave me here alone. Like, you wasn't supposed to leave me here alone." So it just was. It was. I broke the news to her and I told her that. And I hadn't told my guy yet because it's kind of like a woman thing, and I just feel like you're not gonna really understand. I'm going through too many emotions. So my mom called my grandma, and my grandma on the phone. And when I say the lady prayed for 3 hours straight, nonstop, and just help calm me down. So I had the doctor's appointment that upcoming week. And she broke the news to me about, it being in my lymph nodes and everything. And when we went to, so they set the appointment up for me to get a double mastectomy. I got the double mastectomy March 25th, 2004.
Okay.
And like I say, the process was just like, it was moving. I know some people that went through it, and it's like it take months and all that. They was on it, and God had blessed me with some really good doctors.
I mean, hearing it, you can tell God was on your side.
God was on my side.
For them to get you in from the start.
From the start,
and they were getting you in until now. Like this is amazing.
God was truly on my side, and with the whole thing, it was like I got the double mastectomy. I had 6 drains, 3 on each side. Like I said, I had large boobs, so it's like I was strictly all chest. So
so that how was that mentally to?
It was hard. It was hard because you're a woman, you're a beautiful woman, and these are your parts of your body that you feel makes you a woman. And so it was like I'm not gonna have no boobs. Like what am I gonna do? And it was like I was blessed with a great plastic surgeon that came in, and it was like
you look great. You would not like. I mean, not. I don't want to sound like this, but it looks natural. Like you could not tell that you had that. Had I not, I mean, I knew just from the, social media, but you look amazing.
Yes, thank you.
Look amazing.
Thank you. And it just like, I feel once I realized, once I accepted what I was going through, God had his hands over everything.
Yeah.
He had his hands over it all from beginning to end. It was like everything was lined up. Everything was in place once I accepted. And it was like, how I'm going to tell people I have breast cancer? Like, how I'm going to tell people I have cancer? Like, I'm going to walk by and they're going to be like, that's the girl with cancer, And it was just like, how I'm going to do that? And I'm a private person. And I tell people what I want to know. I'm not like social media, I share things of what I want to share, but I'm just not like an open person where you're going to know my business on there. And it was like God gave me an assignment, and I just be obedient and did what God needed me to do, and it's here I am.
Yes. And then speaking of social media, you posted I think you were in pain one day, and then your family was singing. Or was it
my sister?
Okay. Yep. When I say that, seeing that and just seeing that, you were saying that relieved you and stuff. Can you talk about that, like the painful?
So I was in so much pain because you have to think you going through this major surgery. I'm getting my boobs, a double mastectomy, my boobs removed. I got these drains in. I'm high, and they have you in the hospital for 1 day. So
really,
for 1 day, after all that major surgery, they have you in the hospital for 1 day.
Wow. And like, all right, girl, we'll see you later. See you next follow-up.
That's how it was. So it was like at home, I was in like excruciating pain. I was in like so much pain. So I took the medicine. The medicine helped, but also it just was the singing, her coming over to sing. It soothed me and calmed me, and it opened the atmosphere. So that was really good. That helped me feel good during the pain, to overthink like the pain that I'm going through, because I was in so much pain. So yeah,
So
it
it
was
just,
hard.
because some people, I don't know who thinks this, or they might think that you might have just been feeling pain up here, but it was like, was it full body or?
No, so it was just the pain up here, because like I said, I had just got my breast removed, and also I have 3 drains. I mean, I have 6 drains, so I have 3 on each side. So with the drains, you have the fluid filling up. So I had to have someone clean my drains out every second, and it was just it was a lot.
Did you have any challenges like doing treatment or going like from one surgery to the next? Were there any challenges?
Like I say, when I say God had his hand over the whole situation and on me, I can't stress this enough. I wouldn't be able to do it without God. I would not be able to do it without God. When I found out that I had to go to chemo, because that was another hard thing for me that I was hoping and praying that I didn't have to do. I was thinking like, okay, I'm getting a double mastectomy, then I'll go to radiation. But when she went in there to remove the tumor, she tested more lymph nodes, and she tested 6 of my lymph nodes, and 3 of them came back with cancer on them. So I had to, that determined me have to go through chemotherapy. And I went through chemotherapy, and when you go through chemotherapy, you lose your hair. We seen people that went through chemo or that had cancer, they just, they look
the
like
skin change, like everything,
and everything. So that's what's going on in my head. It's like, oh my God, like I'm not gonna have no hair. I'm gonna be ugly. Like, like it was just so many thoughts in my. It was so many thoughts running in my head, and it just was like, oh my God. And I just, when you put yourself out there, that's when you open the door for a lot of different opinions. And I was getting a lot of feedback, a lot of opinions for people, and people was like, go to holistic way, and it's good. I'm not saying that it's not a bad thing,
but that wasn't what God was telling you.
That's not what God's telling me, because it's like I have stage 3 breast cancer, and it's what I'm saying, I don't have the time to sit here and start the holistic way and pray that it shrinks this tumor. So it just was like, I feel like God placed the right doctors, and they was just on it, and they told me everything. This is the medicine. This is what you're going to do. We're going to have you like this. And it just flowed. It flowed.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
It's definitely a blessing. And when I went through chemotherapy, it is hard.
How long did you go through it?
I had to do chemo for 5 months.
Oh wow, okay.
I had to do chemo for 5 months, and it was hard. It was hard.
How was your baby?
My baby, she stood strong. She's still tall. She was strong. She was strong. She was being strong for me. I had to talk to her and explain, because like I said, once you hear cancer, you thinking, so my daughter, that was her initial reaction, like, is my mom going to die, or what's going to happen to my mom? And it was like, I had to, when I was able to talk, I was able to sit her down and talk to her, and I was like, God got us. God got us. Mom going to be here. I'm gonna be here to raise you. I'm not going nowhere.
Here we are.
Yes, here we are.
How did this journey change your outlook on life, your outlook on yourself, your body, just everything?
So this journey changed my outlook on life tremendously. I'm a spiritual person. I have a great relationship with God, and it's things that I've been through in life where God has showed me He is who He is.
Come on now.
So with going through this, it shows me about listening and being obedient. I feel like the breast cancer wasn't necessarily for me. I feel like it was something God needed me to do, and He used me to minister to His people. Once I put my story out there, I had so many people reach out to me that were going through what I was going through or
Yeah.
going through another trauma, and they had nobody to talk to. They had no support. And you know, a lot of people look to me like, I see you being strong. I gave a lot of
Yeah.
people hope, you
You
know,
did.
and that felt good to me because it was like I'm doing what God need me to do to
Yeah.
minister to his people, and I'm helping his people. And when everything was like going on, I was like how I'm going to pay my bills, how I'm going to, you know,
He got you.
I'm like, I got
Yeah.
a business, and you know, I'm an entrepreneur, so how is that going to continue to flow? And now when I say God just placed like everything, like every month, it was just, you know, things coming up of God putting in place to people coming to bless me,
Yeah.
you know, and it just
Yeah.
was like, you know,
You didn't have
you
to
don't have
worry.
to worry. And it was like once
Yeah.
I stopped worrying and trusting God, it flowed. It
Okay.
flowed. But it definitely have changed my life and my outlook
Okay.
on life to be strong,
Yeah.
have faith, trust in God. Ladies, go get your body checked. Even if you don't feel nothing, early detection is always the key because you never know. Like I said, I never had any symptoms. I would have never known if it didn't take me just to feel on myself.
Yeah.
So, ladies,
So feel on yourself.
yes, feel on yourself. Feel on yourself. Get down up in there. If something feels like it's not right, go get it checked out.
Yes. Okay. So my last question for you
Mhm.
is, can you tell us, I mean, you already basically said this, but the
Mhm.
beauty that you found in this journey.
Embracing your beauty. You are who you are. Of course, we think that, oh, we need hair, makeup, lashes, and you know, different parts of our body defined us. But God made us, and you are in your true beauty. When I didn't have no hair, and I embraced.
So you did end up losing.
Yeah, I
Okay.
lost
Okay.
every hair follicle on my body from my head to my feet. I lost every hair follicle, and then that was the one thing like, how I'm going to tell my God I'm not going to have no hair. How I'm going to tell my God I'm not have no. And he encouraged me, and you look good. I love your bald head, and he helped
Oh, that
me.
is
Yes,
beautiful.
and he helped
Okay.
me embrace
Shout
my
out to you.
beauty. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
He helped me embrace my beauty with that, and it just, you know, you're beautiful, ladies. We're beautiful. We don't need all that extraness. You know,
Yeah.
God made us who we are, and all these different things doesn't define us. You are who you are as a person. Stay true to yourself and trust in God.
I love it. I love
Yes.
it. Okay, well, as we come to a close, you guys know October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So
Yes, it
I am
is.
honored to
Yes.
have you on here to share your story and to help people find beauty in
Yes.
this journey. So, yeah.
Yes.
All right, guys, remember, beauty still shines in life's
Yes.
toughest and darkest of places. So until next time. Bye.
Bye.